Welcome.
Bloody fuck you, bloody!
Today, we have GKtech arms
And pop types.
BC Coilovers for a 300ZX. So, first things first, I have to move. I don't even have the keys. I've got to move my car.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's for my car.
That's for his car. Fuck, bro. I don't even have... Motherfuckers have my jack stands and shit. I have two.
Yeah?
Here. So I can still...
do front and back.
Yeah, alright. So this is going to be a pain in the ass. So yeah, I need to move my car out, so I need to go grab my keys, move the 300ZX up here, and then we'll get started on the camber arms and the coilovers. So right there, you probably would have seen from my gorgeous assistant recording the rear tyres that scrub heavily on the guards as soon as we exit the driveway there. So it's more scrub, less three-wheel action, but soon will be more three-wheel action, less scrub. What do you reckon, man?
I think we do good.
I think we do good. So we got, what the fuck? That was what you were doing yesterday, Cody. You're burning the box.
Yes, I burned box.
Anyway.
I burned this.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. So we got, as we said before, BC coilovers. We got 20k spring rates at the front and 16s in the rear. I think these are the rear. Yeah, 16k's in the rear. So it should be pretty self-explanatory. We've already got coilovers in it. Just stop. I almost break the fucking table. But they're eBay spec max peating rods. But they've gone fuck-eyed and they're all types of shit. So we're going to swap them out with some quality Taiwanese BC Racing Coilovers. So today's actually very special because this is not my car. This is my girlfriend's car, the 300ZX, and we're currently in the works of rebuilding it and making it look good. So my missus is slowly getting out of bed and she's wanted to learn how to work on cars. So this is like the best opportunity to teach her how to change coilovers and adjust them and adjust her camber and all that kind of shit. So we could do that today as well. And then after all of that, then I can do my seats in my car.
See.
Because you still have my rails from last night.
They're in my car. What? What the fuck?
That sounded stripped.
Oh, so much negativity.
Negativity. These are the coilovers we were talking about, and we have never adjusted preload, but the spring is stuffed because the damper is stuffed as well.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, we got to replace this whole get up because right now it just feels like I'm driving an absolute boat. So we've also got camber arms for it, which will be replacing these, which look like they have never been touched in like 20 odd years. So this is gonna be fun in the sun. So that's me missus. She's working on her car today.
Hi.
So I have decided I'm not going to record everything that we're doing on the car, because most people, they generally know how to do coilovers and stuff on cars. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll show you what we're trying to achieve right here, because Cody's doing his own thing. We're going to take that plate out up the top, because that's the camber arm that we've got there. So we've got a front camber arm, we've got rear camber arms as well for the rear, because as you can see, it sticks out a little bit and we need to tuck that in as well. We're pretty much just going to get stuck into it, and then we'll pick it up at the end of when we're done here, And then we're going to do my seats in my 350Z. And then Cody's got his things he's doing on his car as well. I think we got Lachlan coming around to do some things on his car as well. So it's going to be a full day of just working on cars. We've done the fronts, the coilover and camber arm for the front at the moment. We don't have the other wheel on, but there's no camber pretty much at all when you look at this car, especially when it's in the air. It goes full Mexican. You can see the wheels just pretty much straight up and down. Yeah, so the springs, even unloaded, the preload's just non-existent at all. So it's a bit munted, just a bit buggered. The boots split, everything's stuffed. So trash, old camber arm, stock camber arm, trash. The coilover in, and the front upper control arm is done. And we didn't even adjust that either. We didn't adjust the height or anything, so we're gonna have to drop it down later and figure out how it sits, but I'm sure it should be good, especially with the camber arms. And it's a 20k spring rate coming from an 8, so I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. No. Basically where this wheel sits up in the air, it's probably gonna sit exactly like that when it's dropped to the floor. So if you can tell from here, but you can see the angle on it. Now, it's pretty flush with the guard, the lip, but I reckon we could bring it out more because it is running a 245 on a 10. So we could probably pull it out maybe another 10 mil. There's a fair bit of fender gap there, and as we all know, that's no good. So there's times when you modify a car and you think to yourself that you do something to it and it's just not happy with you. We've been running these max speeding rod coilovers for how long now? For a fair few months now, right? Actually, probably over a couple years. And now that we just come to the point where we're replacing with BC coilovers, I noticed around this side there was a puddle of fluid on the ground, and wait, let me just see if I can focus on that. So that puddle right there, we're trying to figure out where the hell is it coming from. So I looked up the top to see if it was a fuel filter and all that kind of stuff, but it's not, it's nothing. And we look over here and the coilover's literally just shit itself. 5 minutes later, we've got the strut out.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's a bit oily. Yeet.
Nice.
And we're gonna need to run a spacer. Don't worry about the paint peel. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna wrap the whole car, but yeah, we're gonna have to run a bit of a bigger spacer because right now we've probably got like a 6 mil on there, just to, like yeah, it's not much, just to clear the brakes, basically. So it's a bit crazy. Damn. Yeah.
Oh, you're running positive too.
Positive too? Yeah. That's mad. Running positive camber at the front, which is always nice. That's how you get in the camber gang right there.
Okay, it's 5.
Neg 5? Oh, it's positive 5. I don't know if you can see that on his phone. Yeah, 5 degrees. So 5 degrees in the front, which is alright because apparently the rear arms max out at -5. So obviously that's next, but we have to take apart most of the boot in this thing just to get to the top hats. On another note, while I was messing around with the 300, Cody's gone and done some nice dress-up bolts on his number plate, which are pretty sick actually. I reckon it's actually quite nice. Very subtle differences, but it's the subtle things in car builds that make car builds. It's always the smallest of things, from lug nuts to bolts to dress-up bolts. It's amazing. Well, let's get stuck into the rears and get it all done. So we're starting on the rear. We've got the camber arms there. We've already got this coilover out. It was actually quite easy. The hardest part of the rear coilovers on this thing is just getting access to the space in the boot, which is like right here. So it's all this trim and shit that has to come off. We got the camber arms as well, which is this upper control arm here. So we just got to undo one bolt at the back, and then I believe, yeah, that side goes there, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Whatever, we'll work it out.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I'm back, it's the next day, but we've finally done everything. Nobody's here, everyone's gone home. We finished everything, but we couldn't record everything because you wouldn't have been able to see. So we're going to show you where we got the fitment laying out on the 300ZX. So the front's a bit high, because even though we did dial in some camber, we couldn't make it so it missed the guard at all. And as you can see, it's scuffed up the paint and all that kind of stuff. But the rear is coming along insane, and that's just about a finger gap of distance between the lip and the guard. These were all pokey outy before, and now they are cambered in quite nicely, so I'm the same on the other side. Actually, we had a lot of complications with this side. So when we put the coilovers in, we didn't adjust them or anything, and when we dropped the car down, we took it for a drive, and it's literally scraped the whole edge of the lip, and it's the anodization on the actual lips is coming off as well. So we're probably going to have to get them repaired, but yeah, you live and you learn. And then last night, when it was completely pitch dark, I ended up doing the bride seats in my 350. So, which is pretty simple install. It's just piecing all together the rails and everything like that. So they're in and looking nice, really comfortable, and gave everything a bit of a clean out. We cleaned both the cars today, so decided to do all that kind of stuff today. Just have a nice chill day and just give everything a bit of a clean after yesterday getting black grimy fingerprints over everything. So that's pretty much it. Everything's all done. But thank you guys for watching our first video. There's going to be more videos basically in the near future. Everybody's building their car and we're going to be documenting everything. So that's going to be it for our first video, guys. If you would like to see more, because there is always going to be more, car builds are never actually completely done. Don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe. Everything hurts today. My back, my legs, my shoulders, everything. It's like I went to the gym. But if you'd like to see what we're up to next on anyone else's car, don't forget to like, favorite and subscribe. And follow us on all of our socials. You can find the links below. And yeah, we should get it all done. Alright guys, take it easy. Peace.